Is there on Sangwan coming into this ring, that same ring that we just saw Goswami go in there and gut out an incredible performance and get a stoppage. How much pressure is on him to come out and duplicate that performance, that effort, and go out and get a gold medal?
A lot, and especially against a USA boxer in the USA as well.
Absolutely. So you're in the ring with a Rishon Sims, and this is a guy in his home country, so you know the crowd's going to be behind him. They're looking to see him do something special. So with all of that in mind, how large are the odds against against Sangwan? Although I love the activity in his corner right now.
Sangwan was just showing us how much energy he's got there, just fist pumping all three of the corner team. But we are off, and both fighters take to the centre of the ring. Rishon Sims in the red, and you can already hear those USA. Your favorite.
I told you we were gonna, we're going to, Sangwan is, he's on the road, right? This is not a home crowd. He has traveled a long way to be here and to finish this event, this tournament, to be in the ring with an American boxer, with so much on the line. That's got to be a lot of pressure, but a good right hand by Sangwan.
And a confident boxer in Sangwan, who just threw a very nicely timed 1-2, and I think both of those shots got through, and then danced around, and he's enjoying himself.
He is early on in this contest, and he should. He's accomplished a lot to be here on this final day. And he's a part of a team that has done so well.
And Sangwan of India, who has got a little bit of a height advantage, it looks like, from here. Not much, but it looks like he has got a bit of an advantage, and that was a big, strong overhand right from the man from India. And Rishon Sims has got his hands full.
He does, and that right hand from Sangwan came after a nice right hand from Sims. So it'll be interesting to see which of those boxers can duplicate that success and make something happen.
Sims goes to the body, lunges in with that jab to the body again, and scores with it, and is just getting his time and his distance right as Sangwan goes forward, loops over that right hand, but it misses Sims, and both of them doing some solid work here. And Sims throws a really good left hook. It's just about getting some work off of that left hook once he's landed it.
I think these are the moments where Sims can do his best work, is when he gets inside and they come together right there. I think he needs to keep working. Don't allow the official to break up the action while you're there. Let's go to work. He should be attempting to maul Sangwan in those moments right there. Sangwan with a bit of a height reach advantage. He's doing a pretty good job of utilizing it. So when Sims gets inside, he needs to make hay.
He does, and the noise has gone up in here, and I'm sure you can hear it as Sims just lands another good 1-2 and follows it up with a jab, but he's staying busy as he just works his way around counterclockwise, popping that jab out. And I think that's probably a fairly challenging round to score, but let's see what the judges have got to say about that.
It depends on what you like, but I'm expecting to see some disagreements on these scorecards when we see them, but maybe not. I thought that there would be a couple. I like what Rishon Sims was able to do in that first round. I thought Sangwan did some good things as well. I'm a little surprised that no one at ringside gave the nod to the blue corner in India. But if you're Rishon Sims and Team USA, you certainly like those scores, obviously. And you also have to like what started to happen in the latter stages of that round, where Sims seemed to be able to throw his jab and get inside and let go of that right and left hook once he got in there. So he was able to make some good things happen as the round went along. Now comes the real challenge, the adjustments that are going to be suggested and instructed by your corner, and if you can implement those while at the same time preventing your opponent from doing the same, we'll learn a lot here in the first 20 seconds of this next round.
I agree. I think it could have gone to either person, in either fighter in that last round. So the fact that nobody ringside giving it to Sangwan of India was surprising, but there we go. Sims up on the scorecards as we go into the first 15 seconds of this second round and the last bout of this World Championships, the 90-kilogram gold medal bout. Sims busy with that jab, doing exactly what he needs to do with it.
Good right hand by Sangwan as he stepped away from Sims. I think Sangwan needs to start his attack from the outside. Don't allow Sims to come in and be first.
And as you were saying that, he was doing that a lot better, and he just come back with a strong right hand there. And that one must have been felt in the boots of Sims as the two of them manhandle each other just above our commentary position here in the convention centre.
I think that's the formula for Sangwan. If he's going to make something happen in this contest, he needs to be first. He has that reach.
That is what this fight is becoming, is who can fire first, isn't it? It's about winning those exchanges every single time. And there we go. Sims won that exchange. The two become tied up again.
And I know I don't want to promote and encourage all the holding and the wrestling, but one of the things that Sims may need to do when they have those moments where they come together, he may need to pick up the pace a little bit in terms of I don't necessarily want him to wrestle with Sangwan and turn it into something else, but you don't want to stand there and be manhandled by the opponent either.
No, that's a bit of a confidence breaker or damager, that is, if you're being manhandled and you feel that your opponent is stronger, but it's getting messy in there with elbows and forearms going into the face.
Right. And Sangwan almost with the hammer fist, almost MMA style, almost to the head of Sims, as like you said, it's getting a bit messy inside of there right now.
It is, but Sims just nicely turned his body over and turned his shoulder over as he landed a right hand, a shot which he threw so lovely. And 30 seconds to go.
The boxing, hasn't been very clean. But one of the things that could count against Sangwan could be if the judges at ringside hold him responsible for the way this looks.
Sangwan just threw a lethal, big, lunging right hand just before the referee got involved and throws another one there. And Sims doesn't seem to be too affected by these, even with the ones that do land.
Now the scoring for the second round may be a little bit more interesting, and there you see it right there. It is absolutely more interesting. Only one judge at ringside gives that second round to Rishon Sims in that red corner from Team USA. The other 4 of the 5 give it to the blue corner, and I like what Sangwan was able to do in that second round. And again, he was responsible for how ugly some of that boxing became. But he continued to work when they were, when they're in the clinch and on the ropes. He's still throwing punches and punches to the head of Sims. And even if Sims thinks that those punches may not be good punches, maybe he thinks that they're to the back of the head. Maybe he thinks the officials should break them up. What's happening is that Sangwan is being more active and he's doing more work and is showing up on the scorecards. And Rishon Sims is going to need to match that energy in whatever form Sangwan wants to do it.
He is, and this really is anyone's fight. Not only is this the final round of this bout, it's the final round of the tournament. And both men meet in the middle and start wrestling each other once again, but at least there's some work. And look at Sangwan from India go, but the referee just having a chat with him about that. I don't know if you caught what was wrong there. It looked like he was doing some good work to me.
It did, and then he cautioned Sims about holding, and I didn't understand that part at all.
And that was a thumping right hand from Sangwan from India once again. That shot over and over again.
Right.
He's landing it, he's throwing it constantly. And Sims just needs to get his head off the line.
He does. And Sims needs to, in those moments, in those clinches, in those situations where they come together, he needs to start dishing out some of that punishment too. Well,
the crowd are very much emotionally involved in this one now. It's the noisiest, it's the loudest it's been in here, and you can sense the emotion and the feelings from those who surround this venue and watching their countryman Rishon Sims as we go into the last half of the fight.
What's happening? Oh, okay, standing 8 count being given to Sims.
I'm a bit confused about that, and Sims looks confused himself, doesn't he? Because what's happened here?
They lost the mouthpiece, so they're going to rinse it off
and
give it back to Sims. I don't know if I saw anything that in my opinion, raised to the level of a standing 8 count, but it's been administered. There's nothing we can do about that now, and so Sims needs to pick up his output.
And there it is, as the two of them fly at each other.
And he's telling Sims, about the wrestling. I don't know why that's the case that he's telling Sims. And see, these are the moments where Sims needs to be more active. This is where, in my opinion, he's lost, the last round. In Sangwan just being more active. I don't like the way it looks, and it shouldn't be the way that it has to be done. But if the official is going to allow it, then you need to understand that that's what it is.
And Sims could do with pushing his man off and getting some shots off as he does it, scoring some eye-catching stuff. And Sims looks back at his coaching team for that final bit of advice as we go into the last 20 seconds of this bout. Who will win this round? Who will go on to win the gold medal? And look at Sims go. And the same with Sangwan. And that was a really lethal left hook from Sims. Both of them working the hardest they may have ever worked in their boxing journey so far.
And Sims picked a good time to land maybe his best 2 punches of the bout.
What's your gut feeling, David?
Well, I tell you, based on what I saw from the scores in that second round, and then you get the standing 8 count being administered to Sims, I got to tell you, I feel as if that India is going to come away with another gold medal here.
Well, we'll find out in just a moment. I don't know if either boxer really looks confident, and you can understand why. There's been many a bout today and yesterday and all through the week where one fighter has looked a lot more happy and confident than the other, but these two aren't quite sure how this one is going to unfold.
I mean, it's a tough bout to score just because of the styles, the way they came together in this contest. And there was a lot of wrestling and holding, and the official seemed to hold both boxers equally accountable for that. And I don't know if that's accurate or correct. We just know that that's what it was, and I would have loved to seen Sims be more active in those moments because his opponent was getting away with it. So he was creating a bit of an advantage for himself, as you could tell by the scores of that second round, that you and I certainly didn't expect to have that distance. We'll see what they have to say.
The winner on points by split decision. In the blue corner from India, Sangwan.
Well, there we go. It's a split decision, and it goes to the blue corner. It goes to Team India. Another gold for them. And Sims will obviously be disappointed there.
Obviously. Well, first I'd like to assure all of the viewers that are joining us around the world that I try to only use my powers for good. Let me just start there. But, it was a tough bout to score. I thought the boxer from India, whether we agree with the style that he was employing or not, the point is